As you review the queries in Google Search Console, you may notice repetitive queries. So for example, in this set of data over the last 3 months on my website, how to politely say no, how to say no in a smart way, how to say no politely. So these are all very related. So if I click on any of these terms, it will show me the page that Google is referencing in its search results. So we'll click here, and it's taking people to this blog post on my website. I want to look at the performance of this page because I think that this page may actually be shown in AI overviews. So to do that, I'm going to click again. And what I just did by clicking is I added another filter up at the top. Now I want to remove the query because I want to see this page's performance for all queries, not just one. From there, I'm going to turn on, I want to look at the average position. These are the 3 numbers I want to look at. I want to look at total clicks, total impressions, and average position. And it's easiest to see a trend if you have a comparison range. So you can click compare and then compare the last 3 months to the previous period. So I'm going to click apply. And now I'm looking at the data for this specific page for the last 3 months versus the 3 months before then. I find that 3 months is actually a pretty good window. Things change a lot online though. So week over week, your data could be a lot different based on what you're doing in your business and what people are searching for at that time of year. But I do find that a 3-month window gives me some good data to look at. So as I'm looking at this data, I can ask myself, do I have less clicks? Yes, I do. Do I have more impressions? No, I don't. Is my average position higher now than it was 3 months ago? Yes, it is. So I think what's happening is it is being shown in AI search results, like in the AI overview on Google, but also it's being shown in Google search as well. So then I can actually jump back over to Google Analytics and I can see what the traffic pattern looks like from this specific page. So let's hop on over there and let's take a look. So in Google Analytics, I want to see how traffic comes to this specific page. And the easiest place to do that is in my reports. I'm going to go to the traffic acquisition report. Now from here, I want to see the source/medium because it gives me a little bit more information. I also need to add in the landing page plus query string. So that way it'll show me the actual pages. And then I can sort by specific words. So I'm going to say saying, and it could be no. Okay, so here we go. So that particular page, saying no in a nice way and feeling okay about it, I had 140 visitors for this last 90-day time period. And remember, we were reviewing 90 days versus the 90 days before it over in Google Search Console. So I just want to make sure that I have the same windows here. So I have a lot of organic traffic coming to this particular place. And let's see here. I don't, however, have any referrals coming from AI to this particular page. So I can't actually see, is this page specifically being served in AI? But my time window is not huge. So I can look at this data over a longer time range. So let's look at it from the last calendar year. So now I can see that I am actually getting traffic from ChatGPT. I just didn't get it in that time frame. So I would venture to guess that, oh, and here's one from Perplexity. So I would venture to guess that this website is indeed being served in the Google AI overview. It's also being referenced in other AI tools, and it's also just being served in Google search as well. So it's overall performing well. So this is a good example of how you would compare the data and use what you find in Google Search Console back in Google Analytics to support your thesis of whether or not a website is being served in the Google AI overview. And then using that AI overview information and the Google search information, you can also find some indicators that might tell you that your page is actually being shown in other AI tools as well.